Right now I'm going to be using the hook and the loop that came with the harp loom. If you have the Presto loom, you have one that has a larger flat hook on one end and another smaller hook on the other end. In that case, you would be using a smaller hook to go through the holes. If you happen to have some reed that maybe is 12 dent or 15, this might not work, but the other one I believe is a little bit smaller. I have to check that out. So right now, the first thing I need to do though is I need to cut the loops. Remember, they're looped over. So what we need to do is to cut the loops. Now you could do one at a time, or you could take a group of them and cut them. Right now I'm going to just do a few of them. I'm not going to do them all, just a few right now, because I want to get started in finish threading the reed. Right now there are 2 threads in the slot, but we need to take one of them, and in this case I'm going to just take it out. That's what I like to do. Everyone has their own way. And let me take this out. So right now I took the 2 out of the slot. I'm going to put the loop right through that hole. Put that back in. And this happens to be in the rest position right now. So I'm going to take the loop. I'm going to put that through. And then you might need to kind of stand up or reach over. Or you could do this from the side. I'm going to put that through and bring it through. And I slide it over the end. Next one again. I have 2 of these. I'm just going to take one of them and take it out. Again, this is my method. It's not everyone's method. And you can kind of look over the back, or if you would like to, which might be a little more convenient or a little more ergonomically better for your body, is to take the whole loom, kind of turn it to the side, and it's a little bit to the side of your loom, and do the same thing. Take the one, take it out, and then put the loop through here. Now I can see the back a little bit easier and pull it through. And if you notice, what I'm doing right now is I'm getting all of these out of the way. If you are a lefty, you might be doing it from left to right. Yeah, I'm doing it from right to left. Now again, taking the one out, up over the top, because that's my method, making sure that I put it in the next hole. And I tend to fold things in half. It's just the way that I do that. And then I will insert that through there. So let me, I'm going to move the loom around a little bit here so you can actually get a better view of what it is that I'm doing from the back. I'll switch it around this way. So hopefully we have a better view of what's happening in the back. So right now, move a little bit more. Again, I'm going to take, push those to the side. I have the next set here. Take one of them out, and the loop goes through the back. And again, if you had the other hook, you would put the hook through and pull it through. Again, I'm going to move all of these over to the side. I'm going to do it again. Again, we all have our own methods. I also like to put all of those down out of the way so I know that those have been done. And take your loop through there. And again, like I said, I like to put it in half. It's just my way of doing it. Pull it through. And then what I'll be doing is I'm going to continue until all the holes are threaded. Now, this is the hook that comes with the Presto loom. And I did forget to say earlier, if you don't have time to continue on threading your reed, make sure you put little overhand little knots like that, because if the reed would fall out, then all of those slots that you threaded would come out too. Not a pretty situation, speaking from experience. Again, the same thing here. I'm going to reach back, pull one of those out, and like I said, in this case, we have a small hook that will fit through the hole. I have not tried it with other Heddles. I know it goes for the 8 dent, and I will experiment with a 12 dent. Same thing, we're going to take one of these out. We're going to take the hook through here. And like I said, you can put it to the side. This time I'm kind of looking over the back and feeling my way through and pulling it through. And I will continue threading the reed, and then we'll go on to the next step. All right, here we are again. I think we just were interrupted with Maggie, but we have the reed that's all threaded, and I have it tied in groups. I have it in pairs right now because we're going to do pairs. The other thing that Kromsky has added, at least in the last time that I had purchased one of their looms, is this cord that we used when we were winding the warp on. We're using it again here. You can use it on wider looms or whatever, on narrow looms. Again, this is the small one. And what we're looking at now is that I have to decide, where am I going to tie my warp to? I've decided I'm going to tie them all in the middle. I'm going to just slide these to the edge. You can, if it was the whole width, I might tie some in the middle and some on the other side of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two in the middle, and in this case, see, I'll move it a little bit back there. I don't need quite that much. I'm going to do, I believe it's called a surgeon's knot. What it is you can see I'm going to put those two across. I'm going to bring one up on the one side, one up on the other side. Now normally we just wrap that around one time and you make a knot. This time we're going to do it 2 times. And we're going to slide that together and kind of pull it. Now I'm going to take the other 2 and do the same thing. We're going to allow them to go underneath. This one comes up, this one's on this side, and the same thing. We're going to wrap it around 1 and 2 and tighten it. We'll go back and tighten it a little bit more momentarily. And we have one more in this case. These 2, same thing, bring it around, over the top. Whoops, slipped off there. I want to keep that on there. There we go. Wrap it around once and wrap it around twice and bring it together. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten it this side, and I'm going to go back. This is still kind of loose. And this, I'm going to put my feet on the stand so it doesn't move. If you have a carpet or one of those non-skid mats, that would be much better than not having a carpet. All right, so now I'll do it one more time. Both sides. If you notice, I start in the middle and then go side to side. All right, that feels pretty good. It kind of feels kind of like a drum on that. I'm ready now to take the cords off. And I'm going to wind this a little bit. Now, what I normally do would be to, you can see it here. Let me bring the camera over here. I'm going to pull, kind of turn this backward and allow the hook to come out. I'm going to just let it go down a little bit, and I'm going to put the hook back. Then I can start to wind this. And I'll do it again. Release the hook. Kind of sometimes you have to go the other direction. Allow it to come out a little bit. Again, this is just my method. And now I'm just about ready to start weaving. But we do have to get our shuttle ready, and I'm going to start and tell you what I suggest doing next.